Oh, that's true. We have started. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. So, uh, we're back again. I don't know. Nice to see. Uh, good to see we're back again. And oh, at first, we welcome every single person in this live section. We welcome every single person. We welcome both returning viewers and was viewers and every single person. Once you are here, is truly regarded, and we're not taking it for granted. Not anything that looks like that. So you really got the fact that you're here, and we're not here to waste your time or anything that looks like that. Moreover, we're here to kind of guide you on a path. That's it. Life after school, just through that angle. That's all I've been saying, and we'll be making a lot of topics on it already, and we'll be saying so much. So it's more that so much. So I will be saying a lot on it already, and we'll still saying more topics under more sections and treating more topics under life after school. So that's the essence of our streams, and what we're trying to achieve during our streams or from our streams is to stop, if not to eliminate totally, that thing that school is a scam, because school is not actually a scam. What make it looks, or people see it as a scam, because of all these things that we're saying here. Our school, they are not being taught, they are not being guided. Nobody's telling them make plans for your life. Also, nobody's telling them or gets to learn skill. Nobody's telling them gets to start off small thing. Now when they just depend on their school and their certificate alone, and maybe when they are out, maybe things didn't work out as planned. Have you seen it now? Such situation, such graduates have started looking like failure. One of them, I've seen it now on that stage of one's life. If he or she doesn't have any structure or any support system, or anything that he or she can beckon on, maybe for a survivor, that is where failure starts. Like that is just the starting point of failure, and this is what we've observed, and that is actually what is triggering that saying, or even bringing it more. Because when our young adults, when they are failing, our graduates, to be specifically, when they are failing, when they are not succeeding, now outside people, or let's just say people that okay, illiterate people, now will not start saying, or even it gives them, it gives them that right to be like, if or graduates are not succeeding, that means this thing is really a scam. Do you get it? So this is just what really caused that, and what we're trying to avoid that. So on that note, we have been making a lot of sections, topic treating life after school, different topics on that. So we'll be saying so much on it already. And today's section, I we have a kind of a topic to also treat in regards to life after school, but in another era. So I don't know if you were here last section, that was yesterday around this time also, like we hosted, okay, we're treating, oh Jesus, I've not even introduced myself, I've not greeted my audience. Oh my bad. I greet every single person here, and before you or after you is UF Graphics, and uh for the fact that you joined, do not take it for granted, and for the fact that you're watching, or we're not here to waste your time or anything that looks like that, but or to shape your path. If you're a young adult, you're a young youth, if you're a young student, if you're a graduated student, or still in school, graduate or undergraduate, this section is mainly for you, because it's going to be opening your eyes, more like an eye opening, not in any way to put fear in you, but to enlighten you, to help you see things more than an average student is seeing it, to help you get some details, what life after school really means, and how to navigate it, to help you guide your steps. Do you get that? So this is just more like guidance. I don't know. You just call it guidance. You're still right. So that's just more like our objective, or what we prioritize most. So, and we'll be happy, or we won't be like, oh, our was very very bad. My network was very very bad. So I just try fixing that now. I just tried fixing it now. Okay, guys. So I was saying something. I was saying something on this is more like uh our adult life. This is more like their future, and being that nobody is talking about it, being that okay, we are saying why they feel or why it looks like they are feeling is because all these things nobody is telling them. Even school school in question is school is going to be teaching you more of theoretical, like telling you how to read, how to write, how to defend oneself, more like theoretical stuff. But life is just more like it requires an extra skills for you. What I mean by extra skills is problem solving ability, communication ability, that's communication skills, resilience, I don't know, just resilience, like you the ability to still stand strong even when you fail, problem solving ability, even the ability to withstand failure. Okay, all these things are just what life is going to be requesting from me. So it's just more like life skills, you get. So they are failing because nobody is teaching them this, and being that nobody is teaching them, they don't know it and they're not even expecting it. Now when they it and all these things is more like an inevitable stuff. Okay, okay. All right, let me answer your question. I'm talking about life after school. I don't know if you can comprehend. Okay, yeah. I get you. I I really regard the fact that you joined. So anybody here, you're all welcome. And in this section, what we're talking about today, as I said, before you have graphics, and we have been teaching a lot of, we have been saying a lot when it has to do with life after school, and we're saying this life after school is just like a broad course. Do you get? So, and we said that again, school is not teaching this after school. Why? Because they are not structured for it. That is not the reason why they were created. They were created to train you to get inculcate knowledge for you to know how to read and write. Moreover, this life. And mind you, why most youth fails or why most adults fail in life is because they were not guided, they were not taught, they were not directed through or tutor, like what life after school really means. You get it now. So when they are not, they don't know all of these things, when they don't have the knowledge, when they are not even expecting it, now they are just going to enter into the world. That's when you see graduated students, graduated Nigerian students. Let me be specific. I'm referring to Nigerian students because it's just more like something that is rampant. Do you get that? So, and that act or even or that occurrence now, it triggers that saying that squeeze this can, because they are seeing, or like let's say they are looking as if I don't just know how to put it. So that's it. And we were here more like, okay, we were here a kind of to really correct that saying. And by correcting it, we mean is to guide our students, is to guide our young adults, to let them know. It's just more like to open their eyes, not in any way putting fear in them, but open their eyes to really know, and get to start acting upon all of these things that we're talking about, because this is more like life skill. And when they are from school, they are going to face all of these things, and when they don't have these skills to actually handle life, when they cannot withstand pressure, when they cannot raise or what's it called, withstand failure, when they cannot manage things when it hit them, they are actually going to get it wrong. So this is what we're trying to avoid by letting our student know this. So that's enough. That's just more like what's it called, theory. Do you get? So that's more like theory, as I said. Maybe I don't know, you just check our other streams, but we're in today's section for a different course or topic. We're here to emphasize on a different topic. So okay, what I will do now, I will just maybe for the sake of people that were not yesterday on the live stream section, we streamed yesterday. We are streaming every day, and we are making, or let's just say we watch, I don't know how to put it, but we're teaching our students through the streaming sections on life after school what it really means and how to navigate it. You get? So maybe I'll just quickly introduce yesterday's session stream. Maybe I'll just do a bit review on it, then we'll get to what you have today. So if you're seated, if you're a youth, if you're a young adult, if you're undergraduate and graduate students, I'm giving you a thumbs up. This stream is mainly for you, and we're not here to waste your time or anything that looks like that. So if you're seated already, grab your chair very tight, because we're about to enter into what you have today. Okay, at first, okay, as I said, I will just do a kind of introduction on yesterday's live stream section, then maybe I will just emphasize some things on it, then we'll get to what we have to do. Okay, guys. So yesterday's section was, okay, how to get 10 customers. I don't know. This is just more like jazz. I don't know. It's just more like tips. So it was yesterday. We get my point. It's yesterday session. So if you're here, maybe you were not available yesterday. Okay, I will just talk about what you talked about yesterday. A few, and maybe if it interests you, you just check on the stream. I think it's the previous section, previous live stream session before this one that you're watching now. So, and mind you, we were trying to shape student path. So under that, we said how to okay. In that note, we were a kind of telling students they can equally start up business even when they are still in school. And to back it up, we gave them, okay, at first we said how to start, okay, how to get 10 customers. Mind you, this business, and we're relating to students. Do you get? So if we're telling them anything, if we're telling them to start anything, if we're giving them direction on anything, we're actually going to make available the or step by step how they are going to figure it out. So under that note, I think in not yesterday's session, in other section we mentioned about business. Okay. In one other section we mentioned about business, and yesterday's session was how to get 10 customers. Do you get? So we a kind of highlighted it at first. We tell them that, okay, at first let's check what you are. Okay, start with your immediate circle. Okay, people that knows you. Now we said to students, if you're starting a business, you must not start looking out for a client. You must not start or searching online looking for people to buy from you. One is that you have not built structure, you're still starting up. Do you get? You're just more like you started up. Even you, like, you cannot just sell something, okay, just like your first day selling a product, and you're expecting online people to buy from you. No, it doesn't work like that. So it's more like you're going to build structure. Now if you're thinking about starting a business as a youth, as a young student, structure is what is going to help you in and talking about online. But at first, 10 people that you're going to get, this is just more like a starting point. Now in that session we made it look as if oh my god, no wahala, no wahala. Don't worry, you come and teach me, you come and teach me. I'll come and I'm serious, I'll come, you teach me. Okay. So back to what I was saying. I said, okay, we're like trying to or guide students in starting up business, and we said if they are planning to start up something, the first 10 customers they are going to be or getting is not internet, is not clients, more is what's it called, like is immediate. Okay, I said it's immediate circle. Just immediate circle, people that knows you. One is that they know your name, they have built trust on you, like they actually know you, they trusted, like they trust you already. Now those people are the people that is going to buy refer you to other people, and maybe other people will refer to other people. This is how business works, and this is how business gets to escalate and grow. Do you get that? So you're not expected, or you're expecting to get online customers just as a student, just because you're starting up, all because of your starting up. Do you get that? So even if you're posting every day, you have not built structure yet, like your business is not structured. So you ought to start small. You're going to, if you're in school, mind you, every time I'm saying, I'm just trying to refresh, maybe because of people that did not join yesterday. So what I was saying there is a step by step how to get first 10 customers in regards to your business. So that was that. And mind you, that's not today's section. I'm just doing a kind of running around because of people that were not opportune to join. So that's for that. Maybe I will just stop it here. Maybe if it interests you, you just check it. Okay. Let's get to what we have to do. If we're talking about today's section, if we're talking about what we have to do, okay. Very crucial, very crucial. Okay, we have mindset shifting. Anybody, okay, everybody, I'm going to shift your mind. I don't know, you can just get it from any view. Okay, I'm being serious now. Mindset shifting, mind you, you're referring to our students, young adults, or Nigerian students, aside undergraduate and graduate student. Now we were talking about mind shifting, and mind shifting is not negative, like in a positive way, because we want the best for our students. So everything we're going to be enlightening you here is for your own benefit, or shape you to the right direction. Do you get? So it's more like in any way the other way around. Okay. So that's it, guys. So under mind shifting, now I want to let you know at first before we get into what we have today. Or mind shifting I mean here is I want to change your perspective. Like I want to direct your gaze from a different view. What I mean is you need to start even if you're a student. I want to correct an impression. Now, many students feel that for the fact that they graduated with a good result, that it's all. No, this is more like outdated mindset. This is not currently working now. Even if you come out with a first class, that doesn't guarantee success. This era, that is just facts. Now, and a lot of you don't hear like hearing this. It's going to look as if they wasted their time and all of that. No, the way out, or let's just say what can really help you is when you merge that your certificate with a skill, like when you add it up, that necessary abilities or skills, or even small businesses. You get it now? So even when you were not informed, or what's it called, favored by the government to be employed, because the fact is that the government is not going to employ everybody. Even when the best government comes, it cannot still employ everybody, and students don't like hearing this. So that's for that. And students should just start getting things into their, okay, they shouldn't depend on their certificate alone. That's just the emphasis, because depending on your certificate alone as a student is very risky. Because even when or when things gets the other way around, or when things clashed, it's going to really affect you, and that is just what you don't want. Okay, guys, so that's for that. And we're talking about mindset. Okay, we say truth they don't teach in school. Okay, the truth they don't teach in school. Now it's just more like an eye opening. I want to open your eyes, even as you're watching at me. I still want to open your eyes, because it look as if like your eyes is not still open. Now, okay, I'm coming from the view of student. Like I want them to understand something. This is more like urgency. I don't know how to put this, or to our remaining Nigerian students, because this thing has started affecting a lot of people already. People that are out, they are being like government is not favorable. They are not getting work. Meanwhile, had it been the started of something, then they wouldn't have been complaining. Do you get that? Like it wouldn't even affect them that there is bad government. So this is just what you want to try, or what you want to pass to the remaining students still in school, for them to get this thing and start doing some things, start up small businesses, start learning skills, or start building or structure, start delivering value, like start working on themselves. That's just the emphasis. And doing this is really going to help them, because even our communities today, even with your big certificate, there is still a possible way, it's still possible that you're not going to be employed. Because why? Organizations are looking for problem solving employees, not even people that is going to occupy their seat with big certificates. So this is why as a young adult, Nigerian specifically, you need to build up skills, you need to build up, you need to be competent in many ways, and you need to also or get to know what is on. Do you get that? So I was saying something about the truth they don't teach in school. Now that's the first this thing. Now you may ask, as how now? You will be like, as how now? What is the truth that they are not teaching in school? Calm down, I'm going to bring it down. Mind you, in every institution, in every uni, in every high session high institution, what they are teaching you there, maybe you're learning about a course, maybe you're learning about a discipline, or like it's just lectures. And mind you, all these lectures, school is not okay. The earlier you get this as a student, the better for you. School is just more like result oriented. Whenever you're done with, whenever you're done in school, sorry guys, whenever you're done in school, or school is going to be issuing you a certificate. That's just a proof or a kind of a reward, and it's based on merit. Do you get this? I want you to follow me step by step. Now, school is going to prepare you for your exams. School is going to prepare you for your test. School is going to inform you. You have exams, you have lectures, prepare for exam, read your books. This is just more like school, and this is why it's called school. This is their function. They are not doing more than this. Now, there is another truth they are not teaching in school, apart from these things I mentioned now. Mind you, you're not going to be in school forever. It's just it's just for a moment. It's just for some duration of years, and it's just a kind of temporal. Now you're going to be out from school. What I'm talking about is life. I don't know to tell you this to get it, but what I'm talking about is life after school. Now school has taught you their own. Now nobody taught you life. Do you get this? Now life requires knowledge on its own, and mind you, when you have graduated, when you're becoming an adult, a lot of things is going to be left. Like, I don't know, or you're more like living independently. You're more like figuring things out by yourself. You're more like solving your problems. You're more like figuring things out by yourself. You're if you fail, that's good, you carry it. If you succeed, you carry it. Have you seen it? So this is just more like an independent life, and a lot of youth is not yet ready for this. And this is just more like something that you cannot just deny, because it's gonna come, and it's just more like failure. Mind you, failure is just something that you cannot just resist. In one time of your life, you're going to experience that, and it's just more like an inevitable stuff. And you're not to just see it as something that wants to kill you, but see failure as something that is preparing you. There is one thing I love about failure, because it brings out, if you ask me, I'll tell you, it brings out the best in one. I'll explain. It's just like when you fail in a particular something, when you fail doing doing something, or if you're to do that thing again, you're going to do it in a more appropriate way. Do you get that? Like, you have gotten the knowledge on how to, like, that incident, that failure, has implicated what's it called, experience. Do you get that? Just like when you're climbing something, let me use this in for a practical example. When you're climbing a ladder, it gets to this point that, or something is took your leg. Do you get this? Now maybe you fell, you started again. Now that place that something took your leg, you're going to be more intentional and anxious about that place. You're going to try or possible ways doing it right. So that is what failure does to someone. Like, it exposed you. Like, it exposes your weaknesses, and by so doing, you're going to work on it. So students should always see failure as an experience, feedback. If I fail, I'm not a failure. It's just an incident that happened. Do you get this? So, or you should always, what's it called, differentiate failure from identity. My being is an identity. So failure is just an incident that happened. So for the fact I failed, that doesn't mean that I'm a failure, or I'm born to fail. Do you get that? So that's for that, and that is the perspective or view that we're coming. Okay, okay, we have again life after school. Life after school, are you really ready? Now it's just more like life after school. Are you really ready? Now, if school's okay, if you happen to ask some of undergraduate student now, if school ends tomorrow, if school ends today, are you ready for life? Like, are you prepared to be independent? Are you prepared to face life pressures? Are you prepared to navigate? I don't know, but a lot of people feel that they are prepared. This is just, I don't know, this is just where the incident lies. They feel, or they assume that they are prepared. Most of them feel that once they graduate with a good certificate, life has figured it way out for them. Most of them feel that once I made first class, I'm good to go. Meanwhile, this is just a wrong motive, and they should stop believing this, because it's causing a lot of problem and a lot of failures to them. Sorry guys. Okay, I said life after school, are you ready? And okay, maybe I will just say few things what life after school really means, and what I mean by are you ready. Now, life after school, you're going to be facing a lot of things, as I've stated already, that during the process, you get to this point, you're going to fail. You get to this point that you're starting up something and you fail. you also continue. That's resilience. You're not just going to quit just because you fail. And what you ought to press more, you ought to or resilience, keep going. So this is just more like things that you need to know and things that you should be ready for. Now students should be ready for failure because it's what get them ready. Just see it as, if I fail, I'm getting more prepared. Is training me. Do you get that? So this is just a good view of seeing failure. Just see from that view, and the effects or anything is not gonna be much. Don't assume failure or overrate failure more than it looks like. Now don't overgrade, or let's just say over assume failure as like more than it looks, because if you view it from any point, that's the effect is still going to come from that view. Alright guys, so I think I have again, okay, identify self-discovering. Now if I'm talking about identify self-discovering, okay, self-discovering, this is a very very vital topic. If we're talking about self-discovery in this sense, is okay, it's just more like you you're different from another person. You're a different being, and of course your life is different. Your everything about you is different. Nobody, there is this thing that nobody can play your part more than you. Is that just actually the fact? For the fact that we're the same, it doesn't mean that we're the same. It doesn't mean that life works the same for us. And now this is what every student, you get to a point, you ask yourself this question, like, what can I do best? What works best for me? What can I easily do? What areas am I in? This make a lot of people get into trouble when they fail to discover themselves. They are more like going to start living fake life. They are more like going to start emulating, start living people's life. People's life, I mean, just like, just because or you know someone that is in the same age with you, or you know someone the same age bracket, and you're going to be like maybe the person trading, or maybe the person is into content or video editing or whatever, then you're going to just join. No, self-discovering has a lot. It's just more like innate. You knowing your personal abilities, you knowing where you can perform, you knowing what you can do best, you knowing the kind of problem that you can solve, what interests you. Do you get this? And this as well is it has the ability to shape what's it called, your discipline. Now a lot of people get into most courses, most disciplines, because they were pressured by they were pressured by families, they think that solid discipline pays more. Moreover, deep down they don't love what they are studying in school. Do you get this? So self-discovering is preferred to match your or more like your abilities, your innate abilities, to be precise, what you can do. Do you get this? And kind of problem that you can solve in society, like what actually are you? Because you're a different species, and you're not, you're just different. Nobody can play your part or more than you. So you're not to just or because people are doing things, you're just going to get into it. So that is just more like self-discovery. So when students discover themselves, know what they are, know things that work best for them, know how to run things, they are not just going to feel. Do you get that? So that's for that. Okay. knowing your knowing yourself before choosing a career. Now this as well, I think it just relates to what I just finished saying. Knowing yourself before choosing a career. Now what's career at first? Career is just more like your discipline, what you have signed for in life, what the area you're going, the track and the path that you're taking. It can just be seen as career. So we're talking about here, okay, knowing yourself before choosing a career. Now as I said, in knowing yourself, it will help you in knowing the career or path or track to take in life, or whatever you have decided to start doing. Do you get that? So self knowing must come first. That's the emphasis. Like you must know yourself, you must know these things that I can do. You sometimes you ask, if you don't know, what business do you think I can do best? What or discipline do you feel that I can fit and do well? All of these things even help you in getting that thing done, and in being happier, like being happier. So like in doing it, you're still going to be happy. Do you get that? So self-discovery cannot be overemphasized. Okay, Okay. That's why we said knowing yourself before choosing a discipline. I was saying again, yeah. Okay, okay. Why being smart is not enough? Now, a lot of people are getting damaged just because they feel that they are smart. And moreover, life is not talking about smartness here. Life is talking about readiness now and competency. Now, being smart is not enough. Even if you're a smart test, it's still not enough. Now, it's just like you're in school, you met all your good grades, that's actually smartness, and you graduated with a good result, but or like you lack competencies, you lack skills, you lack most of these things that we'll say here. Don't you think that you're going to be stuck in life? Because even with your B certificates, you're going to be asked, what value can you render to this organization, what can you create, what what can you render, do you get it? So this is just more like life skills, and knowing it is going to, or having it is going to really help you. It's going to shape your path, and that's it. Okay, guys. So we have again fixed mindset versus growth mindset. This is interchangeable. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. Let me explain. Fixed mindset is just more like when a student, an adult, a young graduate, undergraduate is thinking or believing small. Now that's more like fixed. He or she lacks the ability to do something, and he or she is going to be like, I cannot do this, I cannot face pressure, I cannot start this business, I cannot pass this course. They are seeing their weaknesses as more like, they are seeing their inabilities as a kind of permanent. It's permanent. Moreover, that shouldn't be like that. And we're talking about growth mindset. Now this is also more like the other way around, seeing those your or inabilities as what's it called, like you can actually develop growth. Always believing I can, just more like the positive side. Meanwhile the other one is I can't. Negative side, positive side, I can. That's mindset growth, fixed mindset versus growth mindset. So you also have a growth mindset even when you don't have what it takes. You're going to be like, be positive, always be positive. You're going to be like, I can, and it just gets itself, like it figures itself. That's just it, and that is just how positive, like being positive work. You get that? So that's fixed versus growth mindset. I was talking about mental strength every student needs. Now mental strength, I think in one of our section we talked about mental, what's it called, mental and emotional competency, mental and and we said a lot. That section was very powerful because a lot was emphasized. Like we really said a lot. So what we're trying to introduce to this sense is mental strength every student needs to have. Now you still even need, like you should develop and have these abilities even when you're still in school, because it's still going to help you, and out from school you need it more. In school a lot of students face a lot of pressures from family, maybe from not being financially stable, from lecturers, frustrating feeling, from some courses difficult. Now this is why you need to have, or what's it called, mental strength. Now what was mental strength at first? It's just the ability, competency of you to withstand things, withstand pressure, withstand failure, withstand anxiety. Like you're going to withstand things, just not giving up, the ability of not giving up. That is mental strength, and it's just more like mentals, as the name implies. Mental is not a kind of physical strength that you're going to develop in your body. It's not at all. This is mental, and what, as a student, as I said, you need it even when you're still in school, because it's going to help you in a lot of things. When you feel a course, you're going to strive more, not giving up, not or looking down on oneself, not comparing one with others, not feeling that the world has ended. Now that is mental strength. Going, it works make you know there is still more. Even if I fail, I can still pass, I can still figure things out. So that's, it's more like innate this thing that powers you. So that is mental strength, and we were saying it's very very necessary that our students have this mental strength. it will help them even when they fail lectures, even when they fail courses, they are going to strive more. Even when they face pressures, school pressures, and family pressures, they are still going to stand. And even when they are out, which is our more emphasis, mental strength is required more outside life more than even when you're still in school. Because outside life, relationship problem, everything, there is a lot of problem after life. So this is why mental strength cannot be overemphasized or shouldn't be overlooked, because this is something that builds you. Remember, your mindset, it's what builds you. Your mindset, it's what gives you directions. Now your mindset can make you, can destroy you. It's what shape you. It's what make you see things from a different view. Now two, you can have two graduates in a room, and something can happen, and student A is going to see that incident from a different view. Student B is going to see it from a different view. Do you get it? So this is just more like your mental competency, your mental strength, how and how strong your mentals are, how strong you can it can sustain you, how strong it can handle things, being able to think well, being able to make critical decisions, being able to withstand things. Do you get this? So this is one more like mental strength, mental strength. So is more like strength that every youth needs. Let me exclude school, because even literate people still need this strength. This is not book own. This is mental strength. Having it is going to rescue you from a lot of problems. It's going to rescue you from a lot of challenges, and it's going to make you overcome things. So this is more like mental strength. So having this mental strength is going to help shape your part. It makes you see things from a different view. It makes you act and react to things in a different way and in a different perspective. It makes you take things like from a different look. Do you get that? So this is more like mental strength when you have this ability. Okay, so this is more like mental strength. Now, okay, overcoming fear, self-doubt, and comparison. This is more like our generation problem now, like current problem youth, adults, students are facing. Self-doubt, the ability to or not to, or just the ability to feel that you can't, you're doubting yourself. What if I fail? What if I don't succeed? What if what? They just say that they ask you what if what. So this is it reached as what if what. So what if enough of what if, and I can, do you get this? So that is self-doubt. I was talking about self-doubt, overcoming fear at first. If you fail, what? If you fail, you strive more. Do you get it? So you failing is not the end. So don't be afraid of failure. See failure as something that prepares you in your work, in your living as a youth, because it's something that is certain, very very certain, that must come. It's very inevitable. You can't change it. You cannot just hide away from it. So that is why it's very very painful. So the best thing just to do is just to prepare for it, get ready for it, or be mental and emotional strong and ready, and see it from a different view, not in any way trying to destroy you, but to help you, to get you ready, to shaping your path. You get it? So when you're seeing it from this perspective, from this view, you're good to go. Like, it's going to really help you. So that's the emphasis there. Okay. I think I have some things more. Okay, discipline versus motivation. I think I'll take time to explain this. Discipline versus motivation. In other words, discipline. I don't know how to put it down, but it's just more like this is really a problem, and people are interchanging it. Even they are acting. I don't know. They are interchanging the actions and the feelings. There is what they call discipline. That is what they call motivation. At first, motivation is just more like a word or a sound. Let me just go into that, because maybe you're not feeling to dance, or you're not feeling like dancing. Maybe you just hear a sound, you start dancing. You get it? So motivation, if you're trying to define motivation, it can be anything that triggers our emotions, that triggers maybe us being happy or being angry. No, it's not included. Angry is not. I've been angry is not included. I'm talking about motivation. So more these things is more like most of them are words. Most of them maybe it will happen to attend seminar, it will happen to listen or to motivational stories, it will happen to be inspired by or some series of stories that people tell us now or motivated. Do you get that? So that's a stage of motivation. It triggers something just more like feeling, and it comes through hearing. And the other way around, when we were talking about discipline, this is more like acting, activity, routine, daily stuff. This is beyond hearing and being stirred to act on a certain way. This is just more like practical things. You're actually going to be disciplined. And what shape discipline, or get what merge discipline together is just the ability of doing things, and it's just more like daily. Discipline is doing things even when you're not applaud, when nobody is seeing you, when even you don't feel like doing it. That is discipline. You're going to be consistent. You're going to keep to it. More like keeping to it, sun or rain, keeping to it. That is discipline, and it's said to be the easiest way to what's it called, or to overpower procrastination, because procrastination is another strong man that keeps students bound. The ability of saying tomorrow, 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 next tomorrow, tomorrow together. So that's procrastination. We're not talking about that here. I'm talking about discipline. It's what, or discipline is just more like a law that bounds you in a particular thing, a law that keeps you on a particular thing, even when you don't feel like doing it. So that is more like discipline. And anything that is disciplined is not easily it's not easily failing. Let me just put it that way. It's not easily failing. It's not easily or giving up. Do you get that? So I was saying in this sense, discipline versus motivation. We said motivation is just more like a feeling through or derived from a word or things that you're seeing. Do you get that? Now it gets to a point. We said this motivation alone is not enough. It's okay for motivation to get you started, but what sustains you is discipline. You can start up with motivation. Maybe you happen to attend a seminar, they said one funny story that interests you. That is motivation. It motivated you to start up something, but you shouldn't ride on it alone. You should introduce discipline to it. Discipline is what sustains, it's what guide the ground, it's what powers you and keep you going. Now mind you, motivation can fade. It can fade away. Like it's just more like something that fades, something that expires at the due time. It's not something that is permanent. It's actually a feeling that triggers from a particular something. So it gets to a point, it's not enough again to drive you. Now what can keep you going is discipline. So this is why we're telling students, even when you're motivated to start up something, even when you're doing something from because of passion, or we feel that because you were scared to, you shouldn't ride on it. You should introduce discipline to it. You should merge it up with discipline, and doing so is going to help you in getting that thing appropriately well, and you're going to just get to the top. So this is the difference between motivation and discipline. And discipline is more recommended to students to, or it's just to be disciplined. You get that? So I think that's that. Now direction, knowing where you are going in life. Now mind you, we're referring to our students, and we're trying to shape their paths, and what we're trying to gain is to help them in their lifetime. When they're going to be out from school, they are going to start they'll be able to figure out things, figure life out by themselves. And now if we're talking about students, okay, we say direction, knowing where you're going. Now a lot of youth is very hard, ear beating, anything beating that most graduates don't know where they're actually going, not don't know what they have signed up for in their career or life. Despite their discipline, they don't know. This is why you need to know all of this before choosing a career even first. You get? So you need to be like, what life did I want? What life did I want for myself? What impact did I want to create? What skill did I need for all of these things? So these are more like questions you need to ask yourself. These are things that you need to know. These are your things that nobody needs to tell you, because these are about your life. So you don't people don't know you more than you know yourself. So you are to just know all of this and know where you actually fit in, even before or getting a discipline or a particular course. Do you get that? So if we're talking about direction, knowing where you're going, direction we mean is just is not just direction. If we're talking about life, it's just more like future, destination, actually going. And we said destination, okay, what leads to a destination is just more like goal. Now you knowing where you're going, it helps you in making milestones, in making goals to actually get there. So I would say goals is more like a roadmap, a vehicle that carries you to your destination, which is future. You get that? So maybe your goal, okay, your destination is Lagos, then your goal is how you're going to get there by the vehicles. Do you get that? So this is step by step guide that takes you to your destination. Now if we're bringing it to our sense, what we're talking about being or students actually know where they are going. Now it help you to create milestones, it help you to create goals, strategical strategically, that is going to guide you to that path, that is going to lead you to those what you call your destination, which is your destiny, your destiny. Do you get that? So goals is more like step by step, and knowing where you're actually going needs to go. Just like when you want to be a professor, actually you know your goal. Your goal is just to study, to take some or like you're going to undergo some lectures, undergo some disciplines that is going to get you to that destination, which is professionalship. I don't know, stuff like that. So there is a stop, there is a process, that is a requisite that you're gonna undergo in actually getting to a destination. So that is being referred as goal. And we said is it, you actually need to know all of this. And if you're bringing it, okay, so then ask your, or just more like a question to ask yourself, like where am I actually heading to, like what I signed for. And it's very disheartening that a lot of youth has signed up for things that they don't want, things they don't want to love. Maybe because of family pressure, they compared you to study medicine. Okay, for instance, many people are studying medicine, studying law, not because they wanted it, not because they want it for themselves, but because they were pressured, because they think or feel that there is money. That's why even after studying, they are going to be stuck. They are not happy. Do you get? So it's very advisable if we're going to, if we're talking about it. I think this for parents directly, you shouldn't, or you can, is good to suggest, it's good to or make reference, or just a kind of suggest, but not to mandate. You get? So every student is not the same. You cannot just compare your students with, or your child with, other people's own. This is more like life and destiny. Everybody is created differently and in a different way. So you comparing your child, you trying to bring in what you feel that works, it is actually wrong act. It ruins one's life. This is where you see students after studying, they are still going to be like, what am I going to be doing? Do you get this? So this is not always advisable for our young adults. You can suggest as a parent, as a guidance, but not to mandate. Do you get this? So this is actually a way that students can navigate the problems of life, because them actually studying a course is not the main fact. The main fact is, where are they going to end up with it? What are they going to be doing with it? What type of life are they going to be living on that thing, if they actually ride on it? Do you get that? So that's for that. And these are possible ways that a student can just navigate the problems of life and the problems of youth. And the main topic is mindset shifting. And everything I've said here, I think I've been able to shift your mind more like in a positive way, and in a positive, maybe in a different view points, that you're going to start seeing things, you're going to start seeing life, you're going to start seeing everything that relates to after school together. So this is more like what we're trying to, maybe if you've been following us, I think you've been able to or get some insight about everything we've been saying here. And if you start acting upon it, it's really going to help you in life. It's just going to help you. So that's that. I think we've exhausted our topics here. I don't know, maybe if you've been following us and you've been able to get anything, maybe just give us a thumbs up. You can drop your questions, you can drop questions, you can ask questions, you can ask questions. Okay, we'll get to reply you. And okay, this is UFGRAPHICS. So I'm honest, I'm sincerely appreciating every single person. It's not taking for granted the fact that you're watching, the fact that you joined, the fact that you attempted or referred us to people you not taking for granted. I really got that, and as I said, not taking for granted. So feel free to link with us. Feel free to collaborate with us. Feel free to refer us to your or to young adult that you feel that needs this lesson, and let them get to join. Okay, and you can also join us. Maybe try getting attached to us. Maybe now other social media handles, YouTube, which is their Facebook, UF Graphics, TikTok, or and Instagram, UF Graphics. So maybe you just try following us on any of the social media handles, and let's grow together. Okay, so that's for that. And at the point in time, you're going to be going offline. And as I said, I really appreciate the fact that you watched. Everybody, I really appreciate the fact you commented, you asked questions, you showed up. It's not taken for granted, not in any way. All right, guys. So that's it, and I really thanks for joining in today's live stream section. And at the point in time, we're gonna be going offline. All right. So see you tomorrow by 12 upwards. All right.